I am going live today to talk about what is selling at YouTube live sale Sundays anymore, but today I just thought I would do a live chat to talk about what's selling on YouTube live sales, what's not selling, the different shipping prices of how to ship certain items and stuff. So all about that because I know YouTube live sales are super popular right now, and I thought it'd be helpful to talk about what's selling and what's not selling. So if you guys are interested in having YouTube live sale, you can have some of that information, so you know what to sell. Oh, look at you, Joanne! You're first. I usually don't go lives on Sunday, but I just thought I had some information to give to people. Hi, Laura. Hi, Vintage and Vinyl. Vintage and Vinyl, tell me your name again. I'm thinking Cindy. There's a couple channels that have vintage in the names, and one is Cindy, one is Liz, and I always get the names confused. Hi, Pam. Hi, Karen. So there was two YouTube live sales today. I went to both Corey's and hi, Violet. Corey's and Mary's. I didn't end up buying anything from Corey's sale, but I bought something from Mary's sale. Hi, Corey. Just talking about you. Hi, Sharsness. Hi, Rita. Yeah, I was just gonna start this live talking about. Hi, Joanne. What is selling and what is not selling on YouTube live sales, and also about what affects what sells with the shipping and stuff. Oh yeah, no problem, Corey. Also have to think about the shipping because I live all the way in Washington. You guys live so far away from me. So I always have to think if I buy something, how much will I pay in shipping? So I tend to buy pretty lightweight stuff. Um, but I just bought one thing from Mary. I bought the Saucy Girls ornaments from Mary's sale. Those are really lightweight. Oh, it's from Seattle. Oh, some Goodwills are open. Nice. So, yeah, I was going to. I've been watching. I watch almost all the sales, not all the time, and I can't be there for all for the entire sale. But I've been kind of trying to keep track on what's selling and what's not and stuff, and for my sales too. But I wanted to talk about what's selling, and you guys can add to what you think is selling from what you've seen from sales and stuff. And a lot of times things will be really popular and you'll get like multiple bids on items. So one of the things I notice that sells very well on any channels is vintage cards. Oh, Salem, Oregon. You're only about hour and a half, well, about hour 15-minute drive from me. I'm in Washington, near Vancouver. So I was going to say vintage cards, and I actually sold almost all of my vintage cards. And I know a lot of channels, I don't know if they can't get a hold of vintage cards, but haven't been selling a lot. But that is a hot item. If you can find like anywhere from the 30s to the 60s vintage cards, Christmas, Valentine's Day, Easter, any of that, even like birthdays or weddings, those tend to sell very well. I did not sell that. Yeah, I just got that, and I didn't sell it yet. This next sale that I am doing is just going to be Christmas, all Christmas. So it possibly will show up at the following sale. So not this coming up Tuesday, but next Tuesday. And I wish I could find some more vintage cards because that is a really hot item that's selling. And I know every channel I've watched that has sold them has sold out. And there was multiple bids on the vintage cards I was selling on other channels too. Oh, nice. Okay, I'll make sure I'll try to remember that. I have a lot of stuff, so I have to pick and choose what I sell, but I'll try to remember to get that map into not this sale, but the following sale. Another thing I've noticed that sells really well is little figurines are cats or dogs. So we have a lot of people that, are just into cats or just into dogs. Pam, I know that you like the dog figurines. But if you price it right, they sell. I've noticed if you price a little bit higher, they might not sell unless you are a popular channel. Like Misty has a super popular channel, so she sells out all her stuff. Okay. So that's another thing to look for. And not necessarily like the cheaper ones, like the plastic, but more like the porcelain and the ceramic. A lot of them made in Japan, or one that look realistic. People a lot of times want the dogs or cats that look like their own dogs or cats. Okay. And then mid-century kitchen. I don't tend to collect mid-century kitchen. I don't know about you guys. That's not my style, but I'm out looking for it because I noticed on channels any mid-century kitchen, like little creamers or little nut crushers and stuff like that. I sold an ice cream scoop that was vintage. I know I don't collect mid-century kitchen, and I don't find it a lot for good prices. But I noticed from other sales. Hi, Nathaniel. From other sales that it gets multiple bids, especially if it's a popular channel like Real Thrifty Vintage, Real Nifty Vintage, or Misty's channel, that it will get a lot of bids. So keep your eye, if you're gonna have a YouTube live sale, keep your eyes open for that, especially like the teal sugar dispensers and things like that. Chalkware. That is making a comeback. I remember 10 years ago I could not sell chalkware. Yeah, Corey, if I find them, like they're usually pretty spendy and I can't flip them. But yeah, they're hard to find, the mid-century kitchen stuff. So chalkware is definitely making a comeback. I've seen on multiple channels where people just go gaga over the chalkware. Anything chalkware. Butterflies, fruit, fish, anything. I just sold a chalkware set of a old time guy going to the outhouse. Yes, Jeffrey sells chalkware, and he usually tells everyone before, okay, I'm bringing out some chalkware, and I was like, woohoo! So you guys, if you can find chalkware in good condition, even if it has a few little nicks in it and stuff, that is making a comeback, and that kind of goes along with like the mid-century. Yeah, I'm a little scared. I hope I package my chalkware okay. But yeah, it's kind of scary. And I'm going to talk about shipping in just a minute. Because chalkware can be kind of heavy. Like if you sell 2 pieces of chalkware, it's usually can be over a pound, because it's thick. I mean, it's, heavy. Oh, see, you bought a chalkware pug from Misty. Yeah, and the chalkware thing I got was really cute. But it just wasn't my style, It was just something I bought to resell because I knew it was popular. Now, jewelry isn't super popular at these vintage sales, but brooches seem to be popular. Necklaces, bracelets, rings, not so much, but brooches. I have even bidded on brooches. Do you source discontinued beauty items? I don't really. A little tiny bit, like something in a blue moon, but not really. Yeah, I'm trying to stay away from the breakable items, and I'm really sticking with small items because the big stuff, I'll talk about that in a minute, is kind of harder to sell, and especially since I'm from Washington and people are more in the Midwest, East Coast are paying more in shipping, it's kind of hard. Yeah, Corey, so you noticed that brooches are selling. Oh, so you buy brooches for resin? Okay. Yeah, so if you can find brooches at garage sales or even thrift stores like a Goodwill, they'll have like the half off for, $1, $3. You can usually double to triple your money on the brooches. Yeah, for some reason, those are a hot commodity right now. Let's see. Oh, vintage food product containers. Either vintage food or product containers from like the 20s to the 60s. So I know Misty sells a lot of them. I sold all of mine that I had found at my last sale. Multiple people buy them, especially if they have like bright colors, cool graphics. That stuff sells. And usually you can sell anywhere from $4 to $10 each. And usually they're not very heavy. You know, it's made out of cardboard or thin metal and stuff, so it's an easy thing to ship. So that's another thing to look out for is vintage, I guess, containers and stuff of stuff. Nice. I like wearing brooches too, you know. I don't wear them that often. I have to have the right outfit, but I feel like it gives a little pizzazz. Okay, I'm going to talk about things that are hard to sell that I've noticed. And for me too. Okay, large bowls. Any bowls. Decorative bowls, cooking bowls, just glass bowls, wood bowls, large bowls is so hard to sell. Okay, I've had a hard time selling them. The couple times I did sell them, one broke and package it right, so that was horrible. I noticed on a few channels people trying to sell the big bowls and they weren't selling, or you had to go down in price and stuff. So large bowls, large plates, that's a hit or miss. Yeah, exactly. I have a couple large bowls. I just couldn't. People are like, "Oh, that's cool," but I think even if you price at $5, you add the shipping, and you're looking at the $20 to $30 range. So people kind of like, I don't know, get scared of that. And again, with large plates, it's hard to ship, and it's on the heavier side. And again, it's kind of like with the bowls, the price will go up because of shipping and stuff. So large plates are hit and miss. I've seen them sell, but I've also seen them not sell at sales. Avon. I don't know if you. I tried selling Avon. I have sold a few pieces, but I had to go down the price like $2-3. I've seen other people sell Avon, but usually if you're selling Avon, you're selling it pretty cheap. Are you talking to me, Nathaniel? Where am I? Florida? Or are you talking to someone else? Oh, yeah. Oh, Vintage Mile, Florida. Okay. I'm in Washington. It's like dinner time here. So, yeah, so what was I talking about? Oh, Avon. Yeah. So I guess Misty was talking about this, or I can't remember. Was it Misty's channel? About Avon. And sometimes it's harder to sell because Avon, when they made items, they mass produced certain items so much that they're not as valuable and stuff. But I kind of like some Avon pieces. I don't know. I mean, if you can find them cheap and sell them cheap, it's good. But I've noticed that it is harder to sell. And another hit or miss is I thought people would buy vintage magazines because they would cut them up for junk jewelry and stuff, or just like to read up on history. But I had a hard time selling vintage magazines. And I noticed other channels, it's hit or miss with vintage magazines. I'm not sure why, but that is kind of a harder thing to sell. Oh, it's hot there. It's been cool here. I've been waiting for the weather to change to the 80s, and it's still like 70s, which it's not hot enough. Yeah, humidity is horrible. So I wanted to talk a little bit about shipping. Now, pre-60 magazines will sell. Now, it depends on the magazine, because I've had magazines for sale like on eBay and stuff, not live sales, that have not sold, that are not selling. So it probably depends on the type of magazine and what year the magazine, yeah. If there's some cool advertising. Yeah, again, so it depends on the magazine, if it's Time magazine or like a fashion magazine, or I don't know, something like that. Vinny buys vintage. But yeah, so I've tried selling a couple magazines from my earlier sales, and they didn't sell. I didn't sell them at all. Hi, Fat Bird Finds. Hi, Rita. So again, when you get magazines, it's hit or miss. I've seen other people try to sell magazines, and they'll either sell them really cheap, or they won't sell. But they, you know, like you said, some will sell and stuff. I think it depends on what's on the cover, the advertisements inside, and so you know what I mean. Yeah. Um, so also, I was gonna show you. I don't know if you got the following yet. Um, yeah, so you actually don't need a lot of followers to have a YouTube live sale. So you need 1,000 followers if you want to do the YouTube live sale on your phone. But if you just do it from your computer or like your laptop, then you don't need a large amount of followers. If you do have a YouTube live sale, you got to make sure that you advertise a lot, like on Instagram. Announce it in your YouTube videos before you have the live sale, things like that. Um, those are kind of some good ways. You could even advertise on Facebook if you have a lot of friends and family that follow your YouTube channel. But I know several channels that just have less than 100 or just have a couple hundred subscribers, and they're very successful at YouTube live sales. Corey, the thrifted artist, she has less than 1,000, and she just had a YouTube live sale today, and she's had multiple. So, you know, if you guys are waiting for the following, you don't need to. You can just jump into it. Just advertise. So I was going to talk about the shipping and stuff. And I know some people worry about the weight. One of the ways that you can ship and not worry about the weight so much is use a priority mail flat rate box. Now this here is a medium size. And it says right here, for domestic shipments, the maximum weight is 70 pounds. So I can't imagine putting 70 pounds in here. But I've shipped some pretty heavy items in a box like this. And so this, if you buy it through, if you don't just take it to the post office, yeah, see? Fatbird finds how YouTube live sale, they have less than 1,000. Corey just has a 200. So this, if you buy it through like Pirate Ship, or I think PayPal gives discounts, it's like $13 and change. And you can fit as much as you want in here. And it's, what is this? Like 12 by 14. 12 by 14. So this is something to remember. Something's heavy, you can ship in this. And this comes in 2 different shapes. Woo, 37 subs now. I'm catching up. Nate, when you get to 100, you better have a giveaway to celebrate. So next is a priority mail large flat rate. So this is how big a large flat rate is. It's pretty big. It's, what size is this? I don't think it says. Large. Oh wait, no, this isn't flat rate. Oh god. Anyways, this isn't flat rate one, but they're about this size. And then the flat rate is, crap, I always remember. I always forget. I think it's like close to $18, but you can fit as much as you want. Now, I don't have the padded envelopes, flat rate padded envelopes. I just have these, but the padded flat rate envelopes are about this size. And they're padded like with, you know, like bubble wrap padding. And to mail through that, if you do it through Pirate Ship, you know, .com or PayPal, it's about $7 and change. And another way to save, like if people are concerned about shipping, which I've done several times, and I just did this, is if someone buys a book, this is super heavy, and something else like this purse, instead of combining these two, you would send this medium mail, which this would be about $3, close to $3 to send this. And then this, most places you would send it to, because it's under £1, would just be about, I don't know, you know, $4.55 to send this. Or, I don't know, it depends on when you send it. Could be like $4. So that would save a lot of money there, because if you were to put this in a medium flat rate, you know, that would be $12 and change. But if you do medium mail, $3 plus the purse, that's let's say 5, that's $8. So, you know, you just save the person and probably a sale about $4 if I did the math right. So yeah, so that will help you decide. And then when you're out, oh hi Teresa. Then when you're out like about at garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, whatever, you should be thinking about what's the shipping going to cost, what people are going to pay. Like the large, heavy items that won't fit in a large box, like you got to think about that. No, no, you can't. See, if the post office suspects that you are abusing the media mail rate, they could reject it. So if they think you're trying to send something that's not media mail, they could reject your package. They have the right to like open your package and double check it. So you want to make sure that you don't get, you know, in trouble and have them reject your package. So yeah, so you'd want to do it separate. Oh, that's another thing I forgot. Oh yes, and there's regional A and B. I tend to avoid that because I get overwhelmed. I do sometimes will use regional A or regional B, but I do get overwhelmed because when you have these sales, you'll have anywhere from 20 to 30 different shipments to ship within 48 hours. So it gets a little overwhelming. So a lot of times I figure it's much easier, not much of a difference for flat rate or rate, but there is regional A, there's regional B. They are kind of equivalent to a medium size flat rate box. I have some examples, but they're up in my loft, so I can't show you examples. But that's another, if you have the time, you can definitely use regional A and B to see if that's, you know, a cheaper way to go. You know, more to think about. I was going to say another thing that's really popular at these sales, I forgot, are ornate items. Ornate being like kind of like Victorian-ish, like birds and cherubs. It's really popular right now. Something like being much bigger box. Oh, is it? Okay. Well, this box medium flat rate comes in 2 different shapes, and it's kind of equivalent. It's just different shapes. This is the long, thin one, and then there's one that is shaped like this. The medium that's shaped like this. So it's kind of deceiving to the eye. So I don't have, this is a large, but the regional, and then there's also the shoebox ones too. I forgot there's all these different choices. But yeah, so they come like in different shapes, and it depends on what fits in them and stuff. It can get kind of confusing. But yeah, I feel like if I had more time and patience, I would look into the regional A and B more. Would mail us things from St. Louis for Christmas growing up. They always used flat rate boxes. Worked out well. Yeah, I like the flat rate. I like the flat rate boxes. If I can use them and it doesn't cost, you know, if it's worth it for the item I'm selling, I usually try to use them. This shape of box is sometimes kind of hard because it's so skinny, you know. So I kind of like the shorter, fatter medium size. Yeah, they do. These are free. They don't give free like plain boxes. They give these priority mail boxes free. You can get the flat rate free, envelopes free. You can get stickers for free, all priority. So that's nice. Yeah, because then if you do it by weight in a plain box, you have to buy the box and stuff. But I was going to talk about ornate items. I think I showed this before in a haul. The stuff like this, I don't see a lot of channels selling them. Stuff like this, ornate, kind of Victorian looking stuff, maybe it's harder to find. But this stuff is becoming really popular. Like a Recycled Life is a super popular channel, and with was it Laura and Selena, and they're really into, well, they're into mid-century too, like one's into mid-century, one's to ornate stuff, but I think that's kind of boosting the popularity of it. Ornate Victorian pieces, kind of like this, and cherubs and all that. So if you guys find this, try to sell things like this in your sales. The ornate Victorian pieces, they're coming back in style. Oh gosh, $10. They do, and they have like, I don't know, over 60,000. Hi, Bluegrass Picker. So Recycle Life has over 60,000 subscribers. So they kind of influence like what's popular and stuff. People watch them and they see how they display items and stuff. So, you know, it becomes popular. So yeah, those are some. That's a lot for a box. Yeah, $10. Also, to help sell your items at your YouTube live sales, and hi, Hemlock Lady. Oh, that's okay. So Misty is like really good at this, decorating their packages, putting in little freebies. Mary is really good at this. Gosh, I've heard of Thrifting. I haven't bought from them. Is really good at putting like, you know, like little cards and little gifts and wrapping paper and all that. And I'm trying to get better. I am trying. So today I had some free time. We're just staying home relaxing. And I made a whole bunch of thank you cards from old cards, old advertisements and stuff. And I think that helps with sales, because I know other people. What did you miss? I'm just talking about what's popular selling on YouTube live sales and what's not popular and how to ship items. I know, Corey, for like so many sales, I would not make them look pretty, and I'm trying to attempt to make them look pretty, because I've seen other people compliment other channels on how pretty the items looked when they were packaged, and they loved little freebies. I'm like, okay, so maybe it's like a psychological thing. Maybe if it looks really pretty and nice to get freebies, maybe they'll buy from you again. I don't know. I'm hoping to buy, you know, I'm hoping to earn your support with my throw giveaways and, you know, throwing freebies in. Oh, so Corey, you would probably, because you're artistic and stuff, but so I'm gonna show you all the cards I made, and I already wrote, like, because I'm thankful to everyone who has ever bought from me. But so I just said, thank you for coming to my sale. Have a wonderful week, Stephanie. So I just took a card. This is actually a picture I cut out from, okay, I tried to sell a bunch of patterns, vintage patterns. No one bought them from my sale from several weeks ago, or God, over a month ago. So I thought, you know what? I'm just going to craft with them. So I cut this out, and then on the back, Misty's done this before. It's just a card, but look at the graphics on the front, so pretty. And then my business card, and then I just clipped it on like that. So here's some more ideas, and then these women are all from the patterns. So if you guys ever find the patterns and stuff, you can just cut them out, because look how groovy they are. And then you just write a little thank you note. So if you guys buy from me, you're going to get one of these. And again, here's the card. And then I added like a little sticker. I think this is, hi, Dawn. Do you, Mary? Mary's really good at giving like little freebies and stuff. She does a really good job. Mary, you should have a video. I don't know if you've made a video, but yeah, I have more. I did a whole bunch of different ones, but you should show a video on how to make like fun cards. So this one's kind of, I don't know. This one has floral on it, and then I cut the top off because I used the piece of paper. I'll just keep showing you. And then I'm gonna have a Christmas sale next Christmas. So I don't know. This one's kind of cheesy. But this, and another thing, if you don't want to like glue everything together and stuff, and you want people to use the things, you could just use a paper clip and clip, and so someone can use this for one of their crafting items. Or, you know, someone can use this card, and that's what Misty's done. She's just put things in the envelope, like postcards and trivia cards, so someone can use it later instead of gluing everything together. This one's floral. Yeah, and like Mary said, you could do this. I know, I'm sorry, Laura. I'm sorry. I sell cards all the time. I do sell cards all the time. I'm so sorry. I'm killing Laura. I'm dissecting. I know, I feel bad. I do have sets that I'm keeping for myself, and trying not to dissect too many. Misty does this too. Blame Misty. Go to her channel. I got the idea from her. This one's It's Raining Flowers. So I did this one like she's saying thank you. Oh, this one's a vintage card. Are you gonna yell at her for dissecting cards? And you know, stickers are always easy. Oh, does Jeffrey do that too? These are little magnets. Oh, yeah, you should have. Rita, you probably could have sold them because I was looking on, I don't know if everyone saw that. I was looking on eBay, but if you guys have vintage cards that have cool graphics on the covers of them, here's another one. You can sell those. And I've seen, thank you. I've seen them sell, like, they'll sell them lots, like 10 different cards, just one each of different pictures, and they'll sell. You can sell like $10 for like 10 cards. So yeah, definitely don't throw them out even if they're not a full set, because and then these are all like, some of these are just in the envelopes. I don't want to take them out, but yeah, that kind of stuff. Oh, here's one. I like this one. She's cool. Oh, Rita, I've thrown out so much stuff, and I was like, oh my gosh, I could have sold that. So there's some ideas. So what do you guys think is selling well at sales? Is there stuff that I've missed out on? So the things I mentioned were vintage cards, vintage cat or dog, figurines, mid-century kitchen, linens. Yes, linens do sell. And you know what's making a comeback? Doilies. Planters, I know. Hey, but I couldn't sell. Okay, planters sell for popular channels. Planters don't necessarily sell for small channels. I had a planter, the two little booties, baby booties, and it did not sell. So, and I was trying to sell for pretty cheap. So, if you have a smaller channel, it's hit or miss on the planters. And I know a couple other smaller channels try to sell planters, a couple planters they didn't sell. I hate doilies. There's some doilies I like. I like the light tan, delicate looking ones. But doilies are kind of making a bohemian kind of comeback. I think it's become popular right now. Um, I don't really like the colorful doilies, but those are the ones I sold. Let's see. Ha, yep. Yeah, exactly. Creepy clowns. I love the creepy things. Those are. Oh, don't tell Misty. Misty hates clowns. I think creepy clowns are kind of cool if you're into that. Oh, darn it, Dawn. See, you have the same booties. Darn it. Um. Oh, she loves them. Live sales. Vintage Pendleton blankets. Creepy is good. Yeah, I'm talking about live sales. I'm just sticking with like what sells in live sales right now, because that seems to be kind of the popular way to sell and buy. So yeah, with linens, doilies sell, and what I've noticed sell are the colorful doilies, willow tree figures, and I do have one. I do have a willow tree figurine, and I don't usually find them. That's right. Better than going in the trash. So yeah, willow figurines. I have one. It's of Angel holding a dog. So, well, probably won't be this sale because Christmas sale, but next sale. But yeah, linen. So colorful linens and stuff like that. The tablecloths. I feel like 90% of tablecloths sell and 10% don't. There's been a couple tablecloths I've noticed haven't sold from sales, but most of them do. So you got to kind of think about that. Also, what's another thing that's mugs. Mugs are hit or miss. I have not had that much luck selling mugs. Um, I put them in my booth for the same price, and they always sell. Yeah, maybe because it doesn't have the shipping attached to it. Oh my gosh, I'm missing your cuff. Oh, that's cool. Yeah, that's nice. You can look at it. It depends. Yeah, it depends on the design of the tablecloth too. I was actually surprised because I like brighter colors in my tablecloth and stuff. And I was surprised when a couple of bright tablecloths weren't getting a lot of bids. I don't know. Oh, vintage Ralph Lauren bedding sells. Yeah, they have a lot of classic styles. Tins sell. Yes, tins sell. So the ornate tins will sell, kind of like the floral, beautiful tins, and even the old advertisement, um, not advertisement, but food tins and stuff, or the vintage tins that they had stuff in. Like I sold all my tins. Yeah, a lot of people are closing their booths. I mean, these vintage life sales are becoming very popular and very normal right now. And what was I gonna say? I lost track about the linens. Oh, stash boxes. Yes, stash boxes. And with all these things, like if you're going to get planters or the stash boxes and things, you got to think about the shipping again. So if you do sell that kind of stuff, remember if it's going to be 4 or 5 pounds, it's got to be able to fit in a flat rate box or not going very far, or like you guys were saying before, the regional A, regional B, you can look into that too, because sometimes that can be cheaper. Oh, you don't use tablecloths? Yeah, you need to start your channel, Rita. I'm missing out. The photos I put several behind each other in the frame, then I can swap them. Oh, that's a really great idea, Nate. So he swaps out the pictures in his frames. Oh, you're getting an auction license. So Bluegrass Picker, you're gonna have auctions. Are you not interested in having a set price YouTube live sale? Or I don't know, or do you? Vintage board games. I have not tried vintage board games. The one that I do have, I'm selling on eBay just because I need to reach out to more buyers that way. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people are closing their booths. Hi, Tina. Oh, you're gonna talk to my state about sales tax first. Uh, so I don't charge sales tax for any of my sales on my YouTube live sales. I am going to, because I am making quite a bit of money. I plan on doing this all year long. I am going to claim this on my taxes, but I have not been charging sales tax, and I don't I really don't know like the rules and stuff about it, but so I don't want to get into it and give false information. But yeah, I haven't been charging sales tax, but um, I enjoy doing YouTube live sales where it's set prices. The auctions that I've attended or watched have taken too long, and I kind of have a limited amount of time. Yeah, every state is different. I don't know what to tell you because I don't know if I'm doing it right or not, but I don't charge sales tax. There's no sales tax in Oregon. No, I live in Washington though. I'm from Washington. There's sales tax here. It's about 8 point something percent as her workplace and eBay says. Yeah. Oh yeah, having a license in every state would be crazy. Minute to win it. Minute to win it. Well, that would be fast. I like the set prices. It's easier for me to keep track and stuff. I can usually get a sale done in less than 2 hours. The auctions I've been to have lasted anywhere from 3 to 6 hours. So, and I just have limited amount of time with my kids and stuff. But yeah, so do you guys have any more suggestions or ideas of what sells and what doesn't sell for YouTube live sales? Set prices. I don't have any experience in auction sales. I know you keep yours an hour. I don't know how you do it, Joanne. Mine always spills over an hour. Maybe I talk too much or I keep trying to read the messages. Tina, you like the set prices? Well, the one sale that I did have, I was trying to do a big sale, and I think I bit off more than I could chew. And I had over 70 items, and the sale went over 2 hours. Like, wasn't it 2.5 hours? I was like, oh my god, I don't think I'm gonna be doing that again. I think we have a variety of people who have different interests that hide and then go back and do so. Yeah, I've done that too. Yeah, another idea, like Joanne was saying, is what you can do if you have a YouTube live sale, and this has probably worked for a lot of channels, and I've started doing this too, is you show every item, you have your set prices, yeah, costume jewelry, and if things don't sell, you can come back to it, show it, because some people will come late to a sell, and also some people kind of don't want to pay a certain price. Maybe if you come down a little bit, they'll buy it. So a lot of sales will come back. They'll have maybe 5 or 6 items that didn't sell. They're like, okay, I can do, instead of $5, I can do $3 on this item. Or some people didn't see the item earlier, and you'll get new buyers in that come in late, and you can sell it that way. Um, if you do have a YouTube live sale, when you first start out, you might not necessarily sell every single item. When I first started, I sold probably like 60, I don't know, 68, 70% of my stuff. That's how, yeah, old Zippo lighters. I hardly ever find old Zippo lighters. But if I do, yeah, I know there's people that collect them. But I know bigger channels like let's see, Misty, from Thrifter Junker Vintage Hunter, she sells everything. But she says when she first started, she didn't. She sold maybe 80%, and now she sells every single item. And also Jeffrey, Real Nifty Vintage, he sells every single item. But he gets over 400 people at his sales. I get, like, the most I've gotten was 82, and I usually get anywhere from 50 to 60 people at my sales. So it's not a huge amount of people. So I typically sell probably about 90% of my stuff now. I would say 89, 90%, 1% difference. So you got to remember that. And I know a lot of channels have asked me, uh, oh, you had over 500 last time? Oh my gosh, Laura, that's crazy. And I know people have asked me if they can have a sale with less than 1,000 subscribers, and you can, because you just have to advertise. People will come. They don't care how big of a channel you are. If you're selling, they'll be buying. You just have to get the word out. So a good way to advertise is Instagram. Instagram. That really helps pull people in. If you have a link to your YouTube channel on Instagram, and you know, put it in your stories, put it in your, you know, posts. No, I don't get cross with you guys. I get FOMO, fear of being left, fear of missing out. FOMO. I get FOMO because I want to read the chat and I want to be in the conversation. And then I'll miss things. You guys will be talking about like dating and you know, funny stuff and movies. What am I missing? Oh my god. Yeah, Lauren, that's also a way to up your subscribers. And when you're advertising, I know that's the hard part, Corey. So when you're advertising for a sale, and I've gotten this advice from bigger channels and stuff, the FOMO is real, yeah, is you want to preview your items. So when I first started, I didn't preview my items, so people had no idea what they were going to see and find. And I feel like people kind of want to know, you know, they don't want to waste their time if there's not going to be stuff they're interested in, maybe. I don't know. So what you can do is you can have like in YouTube live stories and say, okay, I'm going to, you know, be having this. Don't say the price of it. Just like say, you know, this is going to be for sale, and, you know, oh, this great thing's going to be for sale. Or you can take pictures, your posts, like, and don't post like the whole every single thing, but just like sneak peeks of the popular fun items maybe, or have 5 or 6 things, take a picture, which I need to do because my sale's Tuesday. Oh no. Yeah, I thought I heard a couple people say don't chat about other things, and I'm like, what? I don't know. Wade Ventures auction from storage units. Okay. Oh, it was him? Oh, geez. That's funny. But yeah, so that actually really helps if you advertise before you have the sale. It was Jeffrey. Hi, Anna. So if you can advertise a sneak peek before your sale, which I need to do and I haven't done, yeah, my sale is Tuesday. I have not tagged anything or priced anything or taken pictures of anything. So I'm not following my own advice. Yeah, he wants to keep reading the chat. So that's another idea, is to kind of display the items, take a picture of it, advertise that way. Another thing that helps, take it away. Another thing that helps, and I don't know, you don't need to ask a bigger channel to shout you out. And one seller does a pre-record and oh yeah, that's hey, I'll talk about that in 1 second. It helps if you get a shout out from a bigger channel. So if you're going to do your first sale or your first couple sales in your smaller channel, it does help if you have a bigger channel who's a friend and shouts you out. So I was really nervous about my first sale, and I had a few channels shout me out on Instagram and stuff. So that was nice. Is asking, and you might miss it. Yeah, that's true, Joanne. So yeah, Nicole from Nesting Haven, she and let's see, another channel has done this before. She pre-records. So this is another way that you can have a YouTube live sale. So it's not actually live, it's pre-recorded. So what she does is she pre-records the her showing the items. So it'll be pre-recorded. She's like, okay, this leather purse is it's $10 and it's number 23. So this is all pre-recorded. She's in the chat room down below. She'll see who puts down the number for the item, and then she'll type in who wins the item. So she's right there, not on live, but watching the pre-recording and watching the chat. So she's chatting with other people. She's in the conversation. So that's another way of doing it. And then she can also, also she can make it as long or short as she wants when she records it. So if she wants it 1 hour, she's going to record a 1 hour sale, so it doesn't go over, the time and stuff. So that's another way you can do it. Yeah, and it gives you more time to be in the chat and stuff. But another thing, if you are to have a sale, and I've mentioned this to a few people that have private messaged me about having a sale, you kind of have to have someone help you. Exactly. Yeah, if you don't have help. But if you're going to do a YouTube live sale, it's really hard to do it yourself, especially if you get a lot of people in the sale. Yeah. I'm thinking about doing it in the future. I kind of enjoy the YouTube live sales. That's just my personal preference. I like doing it. My husband helps me every other week, and then twice a month I have to have someone help me. Yes, moderators. Talk about that in a second. So the reason why you need someone to help you is so if the chat is going by really fast and you don't see who the first person, you don't see who types in the number of the item first, it's kind of hard to catch it. And then people always want to know who won the item. So either you have to type it in or you have to verbally say it. If you just keep going, you're going to get those questions. Who won the item? Who won the item? Because everyone's feed is different. They're not going to see who's first. Only you can see who's first on your end. Or if someone's watching you, they can refresh and see who's first and all that. So, yeah, and then another thing that you need, and there's several new channels that kind of didn't realize this, their first sale, you need a moderator. You need a moderator. Tom must think we're all crazy. Moderators are really important. Some sales you will get super lucky and you will get no trolls. And then some sales will be horrible. A great example of this is Alex's channel, Chapter 2 Vintage. She's been really lucky lately. She hasn't had any trolls. But there was one sale that me and several other people were moderators, and the trolls were awful. Oh my gosh. And the things they were saying were just disgusting, like so gross. They just wanted to get a rise. So if you don't have a moderator and a troll comes on, it's really distracting because then you have to like rush to delete it because they say disgusting things. It's really gross and perverted. And oh no, that's frustrating. Thrift, you gets a lot of trolls. I don't remember seeing the trolls. Thrifty has trolls. I don't remember seeing them, but I didn't watch the whole sale. I missed the trolls, but yeah, I've seen trolls from Alex's channel. She's actually been lucky lately, not getting many trolls. But God, a few weeks ago, it was really bad, and I don't know what they want. The trolls are just weird. I've even gotten trolls. Gamers from other countries come in. And that she was unsubscribing to my channel. Oh no. Uh-oh. Pew pew, we get them all. So what the moderators do, if you guys are wondering what a moderator does, so if a person has their name blue with a blue wrench on the side, it means they have the permission to delete trolls or to put them in timeout. See, like Teresa has a wrench, Joanne, a work in progress, has a wrench. So I made them moderators like a long time ago, and I don't know, I didn't take them away. So they're still moderators. You guys are still moderators. Just to let you know, if a troll comes in right now, I need you to delete them. So what they can do is delete them. They can block them. They can put them in timeout. Things like that. So a lot of the times, if they're people you don't know, they're nasty trolls. You just block them. for some reason, some trolls can still get through. I don't know how they're able to do that. Yeah, that's another thing. If you have a popular channel and you get several hundred people at your sale, you'll get a lot of new people that don't understand the rules and stuff. So they don't realize that on their feed, their bid or their when they put in the number, it's going to look like it's first. They don't realize that it's the feed that the seller sees on their end is first. Is going to look different. And even if they refresh, they'll see that they're where their bid comes in. Yeah, so then they get really confused and they think that you're ignoring them or that, you're playing favorites, and that's just not true. I've had a couple people make comments to me like, "Did you block me?" or "Are you seeing me?" And I'm like, "No, I didn't block you. I can see you." So yeah, Joanne, and but the people like that, I try to explain to them. All you can do is try to explain to them. If they still don't get it, it's kind of like, ugh, sorry. I mean, I even got confused. Like when you're in a YouTube live sale, I was like, oh, I thought it was first, and I didn't understand. It took me actually about 2 or 3 sales to finally get it, but I never made comments. Um, oh, she just wouldn't hear it. Yeah, some people think, and again with like the shipping, one person had mentioned like, oh, I appreciate your shipping prices, not to me, to another seller. Oh, I appreciate your shipping prices are so cheap. Other people, or they said some prices are really high. And I didn't make a comment, but I felt like saying, it depends on where you're shipping from and how much the item weighs or what it is, the size of the item. Like, I don't mean, and I've had people say, oh, I'll take the cheapest shipping. Like, I choose a more expensive shipping amount. And I'm like, I always try to find the cheapest, but I am shipping from Washington State, which is a upper corner state. So if you live somewhere like Florida or even like Texas is kind of far away, it's going to cost more than if someone was just one state away from you. Like if I ship to California, Arizona, it's not too bad. So frustrating, even after they were told, oh no. Yeah, some people don't listen or they think they're being singled out or conned. Yeah. Oh. Oh, thank you. Good night, Joanne. Yeah, so that's another thing if you have a YouTube live sale, to explain the shipping. So, like when you start your sale, I didn't do this at first, and that was kind of a mistake, but always, yeah, that's one of the benefits living right in the middle. You're kind of close to everyone. So it's to explain where you are shipping from. Yeah, okay. There's tracking with all shipping. Anytime you ship something, there's tracking. If it's first class USPS or priority or anything, there's always tracking. My problem is I don't send the tracking. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, it's just, man, it might be expensive to ship to me, but I was willing to pay the extra. It was a great item. Okay. I'm so bad at, I don't know how to send the tracking without it being an extra step, and I don't know how to send it all together without being an extra step, and the extra step seems like a hassle, so I don't send the tracking unless they're like, where's my item, and then I'll send them the tracking, or if they specifically ask for it. So I'm probably a bad example, so don't follow my example. I know some channels don't send the tracking to the buyers, and some do. I've bought from probably 10 different people, and half of them will send the tracking, half of them don't, and I'm the half. But if you ask for the tracking, I'll give it to you. I know, I'm so bad. It's just so much work. So here's another thing to think about if you have a live sale, is it's a lot of work. A lot. Yeah, I know. It's like, I don't know. I'm watching. Patrick does. He sends the tracking. Well, that's good. He's a good seller. That's nice of him. Oh, you appreciate the tracking. Well, if you buy from me, I'll ask for the tracking. I'll send you the tracking. I'm just so another thing that I didn't quite know when I first started selling in these live sales, and I know a lot of people that first had a sale didn't realize. Yeah, it takes me actually takes me 2 to 3 days. Actually, it takes about 3 days. So the first day I will start packaging everything, figuring out what the shipping will be, sending out the invoices. The next day, start seeing who paid, reminding people if they haven't paid, all of that. And the third day, and then start doing the shipping. The third day, packaging up the last items that have bent paid for and shipping them out. So if I'll have a sale Tuesday, it'll take me Wednesday, Thursday, Friday to get it all done and all sent out. And this is hours of it. So this last sale, I was trying to push myself, trying to expand, and I had over 70 items for sale. And I do not think I will do that again. This is just some advice if you're thinking about having a sale. It was a lot. It's just me packaging all the items, and oh my God, it was so much work. I was getting really stressed out. I was getting tired. I was like, oh my God, this is like so hard. And so I think I'm gonna stick more to like 50 items. Yeah, it was. I don't expect it, and will only ask if I don't get my package for 10 days or so. Yeah. So so if you do have a sale, make sure that you're not going to go on any vacations or have a fun day for the next 2 to 3 days, because you got to get the stuff out and you got to process all those invoices, and it takes a while because you have to think if you have anywhere from 50 to 60 items, you're going to have anywhere from 15 to 25 packages, because people usually will just buy 1 or 2 items. Some people will buy 4 or 5. Oh my gosh, 6 to 8 weeks. Man, Nate, that's a long time. Oh, hi, Mary. So yeah, that's another thing to think about. I know Vinny, he was kind of surprised by how much work it took to have a YouTube live sale. Um, yeah, and another thing is, I think because of COVID-19 and stuff, a lot of things are taking forever to be shipped. Her stuff, she would hold on. Oh no. She'd use the money to buy more stuff. Wow. So, yeah, so I've noticed on the shipping and stuff, some places will get my packages within 1 week, and some won't be for 2 weeks. So I'm not sure what's going on with the post office, but it might be because of all the closures and COVID-19 and stuff. So, do you guys have any more questions about YouTube live sales that I can answer you before I head out? If you have any questions that I can answer, I don't know how many sales I've done now. Yeah, I've done. Oh God, do you guys remember how many sales I've done? I've been doing them for a couple months now, maybe 8 to 10 sales. I've done a couple clothing sales, a jewelry sale, a vintage toy sale, along with a regular sale. Yeah, I'm not sure how many sales I've done. But I think that YouTube live sales are going to continue being popular and stuff, even though things are opening up, all over the world. Things are starting to open up, and, people are able to go shopping and stuff. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely try having a YouTube live sale. Oh, Laura, were you at my first one? Oh, man, that first one was so nerve-wracking. And I know a lot of people are nervous their first one. Oh, really? I've missed a couple of yours, Corey. I just, I was out running errands. Sometimes I just can't make it all of them. Yeah, because, and I think these YouTube live sales, if you're thinking about doing one, I really think starting October, they're really going to start taking off. Oh, they told me they just got it. Oh my gosh. Wow. Like, yeah, life happens. So, yeah, I think for like October, November, December, because you got to think there's places all over where they're snowed in, the weather's horrible, places might shut down again. And, oh, yes, and be consistent. Thank you, Corey. And if you're going to have a sale, I know there's several channels that just have one sale. That's all they're really wanting to do. Just, have fun with it. Maybe sell things that aren't selling for them, like on eBay and stuff, or antique space. But I learned that if you are consistent with your sales, like having a set time and day every week, it really helps people coming to your sales. So, like before, I was kind of all over the place because I wanted my husband to always be there to help me. So, I'm like, I can't do it consistently. And then people said, well, we could help you, if your husband's not available. So, I've been getting help. So, now my sales every Tuesday. So, if you really want to do this, like as a business, have a YouTube live sale, really think about a day and time to have it every week or like every other week or once a month at a specific day and time. There is a calendar going around on Instagram that Corey made up. So before I was getting, oh gosh, maybe around 40 people coming to my sales, and now I'm in my last sale I had, it fluctuates, people come and go, but it was anywhere from like 60, it went up to 82 people. Is to watch her price points. I watched one who had all the best things and was asking really high prices. Yeah, that's another thing. That's great to know. Um, oh yeah. So yeah, with price points and stuff too, you got to think these when people are buying the items, they also have to pay shipping. So when you're showcasing an item, it does not include the shipping. So if I were to I'll give you an example. If I were to sell this really large vintage Clorox bottle that weighs probably a little over a pound, so it's going to be heavy, and it will fit in well, this isn't medium, but a medium flat rate box. I think it fit. Yeah, medium flat rate box. So the medium flat rate box is going to be $13 and change. Let's say I'm shipping it to, I don't know, Texas. I'm in Washington. So you got to think they're paying $13 and change. We'll just say $13. $13 plus this item. So if you price this at 20 bucks, they're paying $33 for this Clorox bottle. Now, if they live close to an antique mall or they go to tons of estate sales, they might be able to find this in an estate sale for 10 bucks. No shipping. So you kind of, or, you got to think about that. I don't know. Oh, you feel bad, Nathaniel? Yeah. I know, I'm so excited when I hit 82. I was like, woo! I've made it. I finally made it. I'm at 82. That's a big number for me, not money. um, yeah, so you have to think about reselling. Some are collecting, so shipping can make a difference. Yeah, so if you're collecting certain pieces, and that's like if you need this for your collection, and you don't care how much you pay, then it's going to sell. And I've seen things that were higher price sell like this. I mean, I've seen it. But if you're thinking of buying it to flip it, resell, or whatever, or you're not collecting, you just think it might be cool, then it might not sell. And also, it depends on how many people you have come to your sale. I mean, I've seen some high-priced items, but they have, 400 people come to their sale. So, they got a lot of people. Was 38, Corey? That's still good. That's still good. Corey, I think I've had a few more sales than you. But when I was first starting out, like my first 4 sales, I had just like around 30, less than 40 people, I think. Pretty sure. It was like 30, 40 people. Um, yeah, and make sure to advertise. If you are new to having new sales, make sure you advertise. And I have not advertised my sale very much, so I'm not following my own advice. After we're done with this, I'm going to start getting my stuff together. But another thing I've noticed, this happened my first 3 sales. So when you do the live, Michelle, you're afraid no one will attend. Well, if you keep going to sales and you're talking to all of us, we're gonna come to your sale if you advertise it. So you're gonna get at least 20 to 25 people at your sale. You know that for sure. Oh, if I don't get something that I want to sell, I go buy it off eBay generally for less money. Oh, jeez. What was I gonna say? Poor Margie B only had 2 of us, so she had off to this week. Oh, Tina, did someone have a sale? Yeah, advertising is everything. And even on YouTube, like if you have YouTube videos, make sure in the video you advertise that that you're gonna have a sale. I know, not following it. I'm giving all this advice, I'm not even following it. Yeah, knowing what's selling in times. And I made this mistake. People were trying to correct me on this. Oh, hi, I'm almost done. I know, I need to have dinner. So when you set up a live and you schedule the live, when you go live, you need to go to that scheduled live and hit live from the area where you scheduled it. So what I would do, and I've seen several channels do this. I don't know if they're here. Several channels do this, and when they're new, this is what I did. Yeah, this is what I did the first 3 times. Then I would go YouTube live, and I would just hit live YouTube. So people will be waiting at the scheduled live stream, and I started a new live stream. And I'm not gonna name names, but several people did the same mistake that I had did the first 3 times. I finally figured it out. So if you start a channel and you schedule your live, you need to go to that scheduled live stream and click live on the scheduled event, not start a new live, because people will be waiting over there. And I've done this, and I'll say, well, oh, I thought the live started now. Where are they? Like, oh, they started a new live stream. Alcoholic. That's funny. So that's something to remember. And it took me 3 sales to figure that out. And people kept saying, oh, I was waiting for you at the other thing. And I was like, oh my God. Oh yeah, you were trying to go back and get people. I know, people are like, oh, we'll tell them you started it. And I'm like, I don't understand. I don't get it. Finally, it clicked. And I understood. But I see other channels doing this, their first sales. And I'm like, where's so-and-so? And they're like, oh, they started a different stream. So try to remember that if you have a sale and, oh, you can't, oh, yeah, so what? How you do it is you set it up ahead of time. Corey said hers wouldn't work from the reminder. So you set it up ahead of a time, and when you set it up, you set up the title of it, and then it'll say something more info, and you schedule the time. So when you go, like I did for this, so when you go to, oh, hi Sandra. So when you go to it, you go to that posting of when you're supposed to have the live. I feel like I'm not explaining it right. It works. I don't know, Corey. Maybe I'll private message you. I feel like I'm not explaining it correctly, or I don't know. It's hard to understand. It's hard to like explain it if you're not actually showing it. Maybe I should make a video showing it because it took me, like I said, 3 weeks to figure it out. I didn't understand. So, so when you have a YouTube live and you're scheduling it, don't just go YouTube live. You got to go to this schedule live event. I don't know. I'm sorry. I'm not explaining well. I'll message you later, Corey. I'll try to explain it better later. But yeah, I don't know if I have any more advice or tips. Do you have any more questions? Oh, bye, Nate. Does it seem we do this a lot? Oh, does it not seem we do this a lot? I don't know what the question is. Does it? I don't know. Bye, Nate. Nate is from New Zealand. Okay, guys. If you guys have any more questions about YouTube live sales, not auctions, set priced YouTube live sales, let me know. Otherwise, I'll head out. Anything about shipping or pricing stuff or things that you've noticed that sales can improve on? Oh, well, you can ask a question, and I don't know if I've said it already. Oh, see same people a couple of times a day. Oh, yeah. I know we're like in a little circle of friends. Oh, good night. So, I probably should be going, but if you guys are around, my next YouTube live sale will be all Christmas, and it's going to be Tuesday night, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. So this next sale is going to be different for me. It's going to be all Christmas and July sale. A lot of people are doing the Christmas in July. Oh, making the price up right then in the sale, and it's a high price. Oh, yeah. So for me, it's helpful to be organized before the sale. So you won't see me coming up with a price during the sale. That would drive me nuts because I would be all flustered and spacing out and stuff. So I will already set the prices of my sale. So if you're just starting to have a sale, write everything down. Write the item number down. Have it written down. Have the price next to it. And kind of remember what you paid for the item and what you want for the item, because if it doesn't sell, you still want to make a profit. You want to have some wiggle room in case you want to lower the price a little bit. So that's another thing, to be organized and remember kind of what you bought. So if I bought, so I'm trying to make a profit. So I bought something for $2. I'm trying to sell it for like $6, and I know I bought for $2, and if I sold it for $4, I'm still doubling my money. I got to keep that in mind. So I'm like, oh, okay, I can sell this for $4. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah, everyone's different, but I just think it's more helpful to have the set prices already known and stuff. It keeps me more organized and more sane. Otherwise, I'd get really flustered. I don't use StreamYard. I just use my phone, but I do schedule my sales through YouTube. So it is scheduled there, and I figured out where you can wait for me to come live, and I'll click on it. But I don't have any advice on StreamYard because I don't use StreamYard. I find that just using YouTube itself, the live works just as well, and you can schedule it on YouTube, and then come to the scheduled time of it and click for that stream. But I don't have any advice for StreamYard because I've never used it, so I wouldn't know. But I know some people use it and they really like it. It's gotten a lot of positive reviews. So yeah, and if you don't have 1,000 subscribers, you have to do a YouTube live on a computer, not a phone. So okay, great. All right, guys. Well, I'm gonna say goodnight. I gotta have dinner because it's getting late. But I hope you guys have a good night. And if you're available, if you're free, come join me on my live sale on my channel at Tuesday night, all Christmas this time at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern. Okay, see you guys later. All right, bye. Night. Good night.